Gentlemen, we must start LARPing. We have to start LARP maxing. All of us. As a whole. Every single one of us. Yes, you included, bro. We must start LARPing. If you don't know what LARP means, LARP stands for live action role play. It's basically where you pretend to be something you're not in order to achieve that desired outcome. So, for example, if you pretend to be a millionaire when you're not actually a millionaire, you're LARPing as a millionaire. And guess what? That is the best way to becoming successful or to achieving anything, right? One of the best advice, and I'm not sure who gave this to me or if it was from a video or from somebody that I knew, one of the best advice that I've ever heard was, if you want something to turn out the way you desire it to, you have to imagine yourself completing that task with 100% proficiency. You have to imagine yourself going through that. Let's say you're anxious about a situation, right? Let's say you're about to go up to a girl and you're going to ask her out. And there's all these thoughts that are going through your head. You know, you're thinking like, what if she rejects me? What if she humiliates me? What if she makes me look like a fool? What if this? What if that? And if you're going up to her and you're thinking all of these things, it's probably going to happen. One of those things are going to happen, right? And you have to imagine yourself going up there and being proficient. You have to imagine yourself going up to her smoothly, being like, hey, I thought you were really pretty when I first saw you, and I just can't resist but to come up here and ask you for your number, right? Probably don't say it like that, because that's kind of a half-assed way of, asking somebody for their number or their Instagram or whatever it may be. Like, bring up something you notice about them. Like, show that you pay some attention to that or have some interest in that person. But basically, the point is, in order to be successful, you must act as if you have already succeeded. You must act as if you already have that thing, that desired outcome. Even if you don't. Let's say you don't have $1 million. Let's say you have less than $1, right? Just pretend. Fucking role play. Sit there, be like, you know what? I have $1 million. What would my $1 million person, if I was the person that had $1 million, what would I be doing right now? I really just think about that. Like, it will take you down a rabbit hole. You will spiral, but like a good rabbit hole, right? You won't be spiraling down into oblivion, but you definitely will perplex your mind into thinking of ways to make $1 million. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? LARPing has an insanely bad context to it. Like, a lot of people, when you say, oh, you're LARP, it's holy LARP, bro. Like, it's generally a bad thing, right? I should start LARPing as someone who can fucking talk right now, because I'm stumbling over my words. But, Jesus Christ. Before you do something, and you have extreme nerves about it, let's say you're about to cold call. This is probably the best example that I can give. If you're about to cold call somebody and ask them for business, you're probably going to be really timid, really nervous. Please, can I please have your business? Can you please pay me? You're gonna come off desperate, right? You're gonna come off as this dude who just has no clue what the fuck he's talking about, because he's so nervous and he has so much built up tension and all these, negative thoughts that's racing in your mind. Start LARPing. Start LARPing. Live action role play that shit. Be like, I've been in business since 1976. Not really. I wasn't even a thought back then. My parents weren't even thought of back then. But you get the point. LARP as if you've been doing this for a very long time. LARP as if this is your whole life's mission. It's essentially fake it till you make it, but with a, deeper meaning, with a deeper context. And the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. It's like all these YouTubers. Like you think of fucking PewDiePie, and you think of Markiplier, all these like big, gaming YouTubers. Before they had an audience, they filmed their videos as if they had an audience. As if they had millions of people watching them. When they probably only had maybe 40 or less than 100. They LARPed until they got to that point of which they were LARPing. You must LARP until you are the one being LARPed. That, it soothes my soul. It soothes my soul thinking about that. That right now I'm like glazing all of these successful people, knowing for a certainty that one day somebody will glaze me. It's crazy. It's a crazy concept to think about. Right now I'm just this fucking kid with a pent-up energy who's in finance, who, just got his own place, who's literally like making these stupid fucking videos. They're not actually stupid. I actually enjoy this, so I should be kinder to myself. That's also another thing I'm working on. But I'm making these videos, right? These drawn out video essays about things that I learned and realities of which I experience. And on the surface level, there's only so much that I can really see. And then to think that years from now, if I keep up this persistence and if I'm consistent with my posting like I need to be, that someday somebody will find inspiration from it and become the next greatest thing. After I'm the greatest thing. Because I'm going to LARP as the greatest thing. That's just how it works. To be the greatest thing, you have to LARP as the greatest thing first. You can't just not LARP as the greatest. Like, does that make any sense? Like, if you... Let me put this simpler. If you're an emotional, anxiety-induced fucking wreck the whole time, and you just go through this whole entire process of being an anxiety-induced wreck, and then let's say you do get $1 million, you're not going to be that cool dude with $1 million liquid who drives Lamborghinis and gets connections like that. Like, that's not how that works. You're going to be an anxiety-induced wreck times 1 million. And I feel like that's like one of the biggest misconceptions, and I don't know exactly where it comes from, but it's the biggest misconception that if something changed in our lives, our personalities would automatically just go like that. I think that's why people say like money can't bring you happiness, which I believe it totally can if used in the correct way. I think it's an amplifier of your personality. So the vices, the good things about you, everything about you is just amplified if you have more money, right? I don't think that it really changes who you are. It just brings out who you already were, but more so because you have more time and freedom to experiment with that, and more people can see it. But you have to pretend first in order to become. And once you have become, then you can achieve your desired outcome. That is the lesson of today's video. I think it's pretty short. This video is going to be pretty short. Oh, it's about 10 minutes. We got 20 seconds left, so I get that ad revenue. I'm just kidding. You guys, start LARPing.